friends. This is gonna be a really quick video because one of my subscribers actually requested or asked if I could kind of like talk a little bit about what manifestation means to me. So here I am. Really quickly, this isn't gonna be like an in-depth, like deep dive into manifestation because I don't know if that's really what you're looking for. So I thought it would be a lot easier for like an introductory kind of words. There's a motorcycle outside, of course. Let me gather my thoughts and I'll come back to you. Consider this an introductory lesson to manifestation by a beginner for beginners. So let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is kind of what manifestation means to me or how I define it. So I think of manifestation like as a word, right? As kind of the umbrella term for creating your own destiny. So some people like to do that by going to church every day and reading the Bible and praying to Jesus, right? But it's not like they're praying to stay in the same spot, you know, like usually when people pray for something, they're praying for something, right? So I would consider that manifestation. People that are really heavily into witchcraft, like people that identify as witches, I would say that what they do when they're doing their spells and they're setting their intentions and doing their incantations, manifestation. For people that are like yogis that just kind of like to meditate and visualize and feel the energy, and they're all about like energy and yogis or like Reiki masters or that sort of thing, manifestation. So really, to me, manifestation is just a word that you can use to describe the act of creating your own destiny. So how I like to use manifestation is kind of a mix of everything, right? Because in one of my last videos, I talked about how I started getting into like witchy stuff and herbs and that sort of thing. And to me, I like to use those tools as tools to help, I guess, like speed up or just give me clarity for my manifestations, you know? So I like to kind of do an equal mix of all of the techniques. So the first technique that I like to use is scripting. And here is my scripting journal. Can you see it? Aha, there you go. I'm like looking upside down at the viewfinder because it's flipped backwards, because I'll just keep staring at myself if it's not flipped backwards. So yeah, this is my magic book. I like to put a bunch of stuff in the front there. You can't really see it, but it says, "I am effortlessly abundant. Thank you," because I am statements are, you probably can't see that, but I am statements are very, very powerful. I personally am really, really big on the affirmations. So like I am affirmations are like for me. But yeah, I just write down like how I want my dream life to go as if it already happened, right? So that's what I use this book for. I also like to use visualization meditation. I can put the link to the ones that I personally use down in the description somewhere. I think that that is really helpful specifically for visualizing your life, you know? So like scripting is really helpful for writing it down and kind of just jotting down your thoughts, and kind of like when you journal, like normally, like if you journal regularly, if you're someone that journals regularly, it's like when you pick up your notebook and you go to like journal and write down all your stuff, you're kind of just like writing down what happened for the day, right? So for my scripting journal, I write down what happened for my day as if I'm already living in my dream life, right? So what I'll do in the mornings for my spiritual morning routine, which by the way, if you're interested in seeing how I start my mornings off fantastically every single morning and how you can too, then let me know in the comments if you would want to see something like that. But anyways, I like to sit in the bath. I listen to whatever chakra meditation my guides are kind of pushing me towards. Recently, they suggested that I open my heart chakra, so that's what I've been working on recently. But I like to listen to like just a regular meditation or play with my crystal singing bowl or something along those lines. And then I like to write in my scripting journal either in the morning or when I'm going to the bathroom, honestly. Like when I first wake up, that's one of the first things I do. So while I'm on the toilet, why would I not like dream of what I want my life to be like, you know? Like, oh, I'm on the toilet in my awesome luxury bathroom or whatever, you know? So I like to script, and then usually either right before or right after I script, I always visualize for at least 5 minutes, because I feel like the visualization with writing it down in words, like writing it out, you know, I feel like it really helps it kind of click for my subconscious brain. Everyone's brain is different. If you're an auditory learner, then saying it is probably gonna be the best for you. I also say it to myself, so like I'll write down my affirmations or I'll write down whatever in my scripting journal, and then after I visualize, I'll go back and read my scripting journal and I'll read it out loud to myself so that I can hear the auditory, I guess, confirmation of the thing that I'm working towards. Like it's like I'm writing about it, I'm thinking about it in my head, I'm writing about it in my scripting journal, and then I visualize the thing that I just wrote. Or like if I wrote about how I want to live somewhere where it's really warm all the time, because it is not really warm all the time where I live. Like that's why I don't be going outside, because it's cold. It's like 50 degrees. But so like I've been really, not like really focused, but kind of like focused on wanting to live somewhere warm. So I'll write down how grateful I am to live someplace that has such amazing weather and all this stuff. And then I'll write down like how I like feeling the sunshine on my skin, or you know, something like that. And then when I visualize being in a place that matches up with the thing that I just wrote down. Does that make sense so far? Are you with me so far? You're still with me? Okay, so I visualize to make it match the thing that I just wrote down, or I write down the thing that I just visualized, so it's like a double whammy there, right? And then I will listen to whatever, like, I don't know, some background music. Sometimes it's just singing bowl, sometimes it's me doing the singing bowl, sometimes it's like a video online. So it really kind of just depends on, like, I don't know, but I'll like sit and listen to something. Sometimes it's just quiet. It really just depends on my mood, I guess. But I'll like sit and listen to the words as I speak them. Does that make sense? So rather than just saying words, like right now I'm just talking. I'm not really thinking about like the words that I'm saying. I'm not really, you know, I'm talking to you. Like when you have a conversation with someone, even if you think about what you're going to say before you say it, you're not like thinking about it and letting it really sink into your subconscious. You know, you're kind of just like talking. So instead of just talking the words, I will often repeat some sentences. Like, you know when you're reading a really good book and you read, like you get to this one part in the book and it's like this sentence or the paragraph that you read resonated so deeply within you that you just have to kind of like sit and ponder it. That's what I do with my scripting journal. So I'll write it down, I'll visualize, and then I'll read it to myself and say it out loud to myself, and the things that really resonate with me, like sometimes certain sentences, I'll see if I can find an example really quick. Okay, I am so grateful for my amazing life. I make more than enough money consistently every month to fully support my family in a luxurious home. I am so grateful to be living in a luxury building with amazing amenities and effortless access to food. I am grateful I have the opportunity to work from home and travel well and often with my partner. Do you kind of get it? So like, rather than just reading it like, I'm so grateful for my amazing life, I make more than enough money, take care of my family, blah, 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 like kind of just getting through it, I really try to like take my time when I read it and let the words that I'm reading and that I'm hearing and that I'm feeling just all kind of resonate, you know? Like, if it feels good, then it feels good, and you wanna do what feels good, you know? So, sometimes I have even read a full page of my scripting, like a full page. Sometimes I've even read the full page 3 or 4 times, just because each time that I read it, I could feel my vibration rising. Like I could feel myself getting more and more and more and more excited about this future that I'm just reading about, you know? So I think that that is what definitely has the best impact for me. And then like I mentioned in my previous video, which go watch that if you haven't already. Why are you here and you haven't watched that one yet? You know, it's in order, okay? You gotta watch them in order so then you can know what's going on, because I'm kind of all over the place, and if you don't watch it in order, then you're gonna be confused, because I'm already confused, and I don't want you to be confused, because if we're both confused, and who's gonna know, you know? So, I completely forgot what I was saying. I like to add a lot of kind of extra elements into my manifestation, mostly because it's fun, and I mean, like, I really like crystals. I love carving and burning candles. When I do my intentions or when I'm in my bath, I light a candle every single morning when I meditate. I don't know, it's just something I do. Or like my crystals or my earth jar, my abundance jar. Sometimes what I'll do, I have one crystal, the elephant that I showed you guys last time. I actually charged that crystal with the intention of magnifying and attracting my manifestations. I don't remember the actual word that I used, but when I hold it, I know that my manifestations are coming true. Like, they're coming to me. So yeah, I have that one, and I pretty much have that around, or it was actually sitting on top of my scripting journal when I went to go get it. So I kind of just keep that like married to my scripting journal, and anytime I script, I'm holding it in my hand, or I'm setting it down on the book, or like it's somewhere around me, so that my energy and my vibration is being amplified. I feel through the crystal, right? And then the things that I'm writing, and then when I reread them to myself, and I can just feel the energy, and it's like all of the things, you got everything going. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but it feels good, so I'm gonna keep doing it. I feel like a lot of people make manifesting a lot more difficult than it needs to be. I have a pimple growing on my chin, and it's at that point where it's like itchy, so I keep touching it, which I know isn't helping, but I can't help myself, you know? So yeah, you don't really need any of the extra stuff like the crystals or the candles or the herbs or essential oils, or you don't need that. Honestly, before I knew that what I was doing was called manifestation, I would just think of something that I wanted, say it out loud, and then forget about it, and then like months later it would happen. So I don't really think that it is so much of a science that like requires so much research and you have to do it perfectly exactly this way or it's not gonna happen, you know? Like, literally, to live your dream life, in order to manifest your own destiny, here are the 3 things you need to remember. What do you want? Think about it. That one is often the hardest one. What do you really want, right? Not, oh, I want money, but like, what do you want the money for? Why do you want the money? So I guess I'll say, what do you want and why? Because I think that if you add the why, it will help guide you to the thing that you actually want deep, deep down, you know? I personally like to cast it into the universe, right? So I think about what I want, and then I say what I want. Like, it's like when you write a letter to someone and you're writing down all the things that you want to say to that person, and then you put it in the envelope, and then you drop the envelope in the mailbox. That's what speaking it into existence is. You're like, hey, UPS man, here's this letter for you, deliver it to the person or entity or energy or divine or whatever word you like to use to describe the person that you ask for your manifestations, or the, you know what I mean, the person, okay? But yeah, it's like when you drop it in the mailbox and then it's being sent off and delivered. So what do you want? Speak it into existence, let it go. That's it. You don't have to like do all this extra stuff. I made a vision board because that made me feel good. I like doing scripting journals because that makes me feel good. I like visualizations, I like meditations, I like herbs and essential oils and crystals and candles and all that good stuff because that's what makes me feel good. That's what makes me feel like I am the most in tune with my highest self. So you do whatever makes you feel like you're the most in tune with your highest self, and as long as you internally are fully aligned with whatever the thing is that you're trying to manifest. So like, say you're trying to manifest a boyfriend, right? But you don't love yourself first. So internally, you are not fully in line with who you need to be in order to attract this boyfriend. Does that make sense? So, what do you want and why? Speak it into existence, let it go. Set it and forget it. I really don't have much else to add to this topic. Now, if you're watching this video and you're like, that's a great introduction, but I was looking for like way more information than that, let me know down in the comments if that is something that you're interested in so that I can be aware that that's something that you want to see from me, and take the time and put in the effort that I feel like if I'm gonna teach you how to do something, I want to teach you how to do it like accurately. You know, like I want to teach you to do it. Someone's calling, hold on. It's Sam. Hi, handsome. That's all for this video. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. I very much appreciate all of the love and support that I get from you guys. Did I just say if you like this video, give me a thumbs up? I think I did. Yeah, I'm done talking now. I'll see you in the next one. If you made it this far, I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.